Hello, and welcome to the Tuesday night Sleuths in Ysgard Adventure Highway stream. My name is Blake Komar, and I am the Dungeon Master for this game on this channel. Thank you all for tuning in, watching, listening, checking us out on YouTube, checking us out on Twitter, hitting us up on Spotify, and watching us on Twitch. We're happy to do this for you, and we're happy to do this for us. Without further ado, I'd like to jump into introducing our characters for the day. First and foremost, directly to my right, if you are viewing, you will see Sarah. Sarah, tell us about your character.
Hi, my name's Sarah Massa, and I play Carlotta Tealeaf, also known as Carl. She's a halfling gunslinger who now has a shiny new gun that smells like sunscreen and gives her a fake tan.
It's awesome. Ready for the club, the shore, the beach. It's just a wonderful idea. This repeating pistol opens up so many options for you, especially when going down the shore. Next, first and foremost, right next to Sarah, we have Kyle. Tell us about your character.
So my name is Kyle, and my character is Brogan Naked Eye, the greatest PI that ever exists in any realm. And in addition to that, he definitely does not drink heavily when people aren't looking. And he also believes he is the greatest martial artist ever to exist, excluding Jet Li and Jackie Chan, of course.
Yeah, I'd believe it. Definitely comparable with Steven Seagal and Neon. I'd say that.
I mean, when your hair goes below your butt, he feels pretty confident. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. It seems like that. It seems so. Next, underneath Sarah, we have Nick. Tell us about your character.
Hey everybody, I play Steve Froman, the barbarian, former deli manager, kind of the whipping boy of the group a little bit because the bad stuff really seems to happen to me a lot. I'm currently space pregnant. I have like a weird Nordic god stuck in my head who's constantly ordering dinner. I'm in charge of his horse who hates me and is like a horse god. And I wield the axe of the Fast and the Furious. So good
Yeah.
times.
You also have a second horse who's jealous of the first horse.
It's true.
All
Yeah, who
coming
really
for
doesn't
you.
like me. I'm like
I mean,
his stepdad, and he's mad about
let's
it all
be
the time.
totally honest. You are in the middle of this love triangle, and it's an acute triangle. There is a sharp angle there.
There's just so many layers to Steve.
And you're like, why do they hate me? Because you get
Just Steve has so much depth. Gosh.
He's such a dad.
No, I play. It's because I play him so deeply. I think we can all agree on that.
Last but certainly not least, we have right next to Steve or Nick, Brittany. Tell us about yourself and your character.
Hi everyone, I play Brittany Ripekama. I play the Bows. I mixed that up. I play the Bowsmith Artificer Zari, and she doesn't know what's going on half the time, is dealing with these fools the other half, and she now wears the wedding band of single ladies. So
Yep.
All the single ladies.
All of them. Not just one. Well, fantastic introductions for a fantastic cast as we get to play D&D today in our Sleuths in Ysgard. Before we jump in, I would like to shout out to some players who have been sending our links out on Twitch, sending our links out on Twitter, who have been giving us positive feedback. I would like to give a shout out to Raymond, give a shout out to Jess in Kansas, and I'd like to give a shout out to Steven in South Africa. Thank you guys for your input and liking, subscribing, checking us out, and everything along those lines.
In conjunction with that, I would like to point out that we do pay attention to your Twitch comments. So if you do want to weigh in, we will respond in real time and try to bring anything that you guys want to bring to the group to us. So please and thank you. We really appreciate it.
Thank you all for enjoying this. And again, we're building steam week by week. It's growing bigger and bigger and getting better and better. So thank you all for that. And let's jump into the meat and potatoes of what's going on today in Ysgard with our party. We ended the last session after meeting a I guess a world traveler, someone who goes between the realms, off the grids, completely unplugged from the land of the gods, yet beholden to the corporate interests of Sending Stone Media. Um, Neon, he was able to get you all a bunch of specialized items and back linked up with Sending Stone Media, in which you now have Sending Stone cameras floating around you all, so that all of Waterdeep can watch you in your travels as you go to try and save the world.
Look, I do the usual thing and I look around for character assassination rats.
And as of right now, you're standing in front of the World Ashen Tree, and you see none as of yet. But who knows? They seem to pop up at the most unlikely of times to let you know something about yourself that you might not have known prior.
Well, I will hold my jacket up in front of the Seeing Stones, take a nice drink, and look at the group and be like, "All right, here we go. It's time to go weird."
And as you look at this ashen tree that is large, it's probably, we're going to say, to give it dimensions just made up right on the spot, probably about 150 feet wide, about 150 feet long, cylindrical. As you look up to it, it's a tree, you're standing in front of it. In the snow, you look up and you see that this tree branches off into the sky. And as you look past the blue sky, you see what would be the astral sea, as these tree branches fly out upon all directions as it goes beyond your view. And as you look in front of you, the tree, the base of the tree, as you're standing in front of it, it looks like there's no marked entrance as you're standing in front of it. It's like there's no door. It just looks like a tree, kind of a thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lean over to Slegnir and say, "Hey, what do you think the actual entrance is there, big guy? As like his face is at my face because he's enormous."
These Norn, well, I've heard of their placement. I've once been left outside while Odin met with them. The three, they are very fair ladies. They also are slightly temperamental, but
Great.
Perfect. That sounds like the best adventure ever for Steve.
That sounds like a place we want Steve. Absolutely.
With Odin in his head, he feels like he's the guy to make the move. All right.
So speaking of that, as soon as he mentions that he waited outside for Odin, I'm gonna like tap into Space Ghost Odin in my head and see what he's eating, I guess, currently.
Look, he loves his yogurt, all right?
As you tap in, you hear a slight echo. It's almost like a faint echo going on as he says, "Oh, Steve, what can I do for you? I was just about to step into the shower."
Oh, that's awkward. You're not at a restaurant today? Did you get like Uber Eats or something, and you're on the clock now?
Oh, no. I'm showering up before dinner.
That's fair.
It's a little early.
I had a small squash game a little bit ago, and I got a little schwitz going. So I figured,
I understand.
Yeah. Let me, well, Steve, you know helicopters?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
And he goes, "Well, that's what I'm doing right now as I'm talking to you."
That's great. I'm envisioning it, and it's majestic. Majestic is the only word I can think of. Is there a door I need to know about on this ashen tree? Is there like a bell I have to ring? Like we're kind of all sitting out here awkwardly.
Yeah.
Can you help us out?
How much of it has to do with family?
So much of it has to do with family. It's all about family.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you just knock on the tree, they had let me in. They seem to they watch a lot of Sending Stone media, so I'm sure they know you're there. I heard you were back with Sending Stone. I've been watching.
Yeah, are they fans? Do you know?
Oh, they're definitely fans.
Great.
I don't think they like Brogan that much, but you'll find out.
Oh, yeah, well, we get the polls every week, so we know. You didn't have to say it out loud.
Look, he didn't say it out loud, but Brogan heard that shit.
He could feel it. I'm going to say, all right, get back to your helicopter practice or whatever you're doing. You're going to get it, okay, big guy?
Steve,
and
Counterclockwise.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a talent that few people possess.
All
So
right,
I'm
I gotta
I'm
go.
happy for
Shower's hot.
yeah. So I'm gonna relay the information that apparently we have to knock on the tree, and I don't think that it should be Brogan. And I'm also going to recuse myself.
Oh, okay. We'll stand in the back. Good thing for you. I have to pee. It's fine.
As you stand there, who will knock on the tree?
I'm gonna lean back and be like, Eugene, stay close to your mother.
It looks like Zari is knocking.
As
Yeah.
Zari starts to knock, you all of a sudden see the tree, almost like vines, the bark turns into what would be young roots or vines that start to move aside magically into a 20 by 20-foot opening. And as you look in, you see three women standing right next to each other. All look like they're in their mid 20s. We can easily say, like, the 90s version of Swedish bikini models in what would be German beer serving outfits, kind of a thing, as they are all just standing in front of you, all completely identical twins, just standing there. And as you look,
So,
oh, go for it.
so triplets? You said all completely identical
Yep,
twins.
triplets.
So
In Lederhosen.
Yeah,
That's
incomplete.
terrifying.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
as they're
scary.
staring at you, you can look into the back and see what would be almost like an arcane version of a television with you guys standing on the outside of the tree.
damn it, we're popular here too.
Yeah, everything kind of sucks. All right.
Come
I want to
in.
still walk up backwards, not looking, and like once my butt reaches where Zari is standing, I'm just gonna stop and look in the other direction. Like, yep, this is great. I love this.
We've been expecting you, as one of them walks up to Carl and says, "It's fantastic to meet you, Carl."
Yeah, nice to meet all of you as well. This is my son, Eugene, and I hold up Eugene, and he's just kind of like licking his chops, kind of bit.
She goes
It's
to
my
put her
boy
finger,
right there.
He's just like,
goes to put her finger near the mouth, and as he chomps at it, she goes, "Oh, what a sweet, sweet, sweet little Eugene. Well, it's a pleasure meeting you." And looks over at Steve and says, "Steve, come in." And puts her arms on your shoulder, um, and kind of walks you back into the tree and says, "Wow, you're so strong, Steve. In
Yeah,
person, definitely
I
strong in person."
I have I'm gonna clearly uncomfortable and blushing because I'm being touched by a triplet that's hot apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve's doing his best to keep his composure, and he's gonna thank and try to be as humble as he can. He's clearly a little flustered with the whole situation.
And next, one of them walks over to Zari and goes, "Zari, we followed your attributes. You've done so well. I'm so glad to meet you," and gives you a warm hug.
Uh, thank you. Happy to meet you too. As I pull her away. Thank you.
Oh, well, a pleasure. Just a true pleasure, as they all giggle at the same time. And one of them walks over to Brogan and says, "Brogan, so nice to meet you. Come in, sit on the plastic."
I will awkwardly acknowledge that she was like, "Oh yeah, hey broken." I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh that's great, oh that's great. You guys aren't gonna do any weird stuff like stare at my feet or anything else. Like I really just want to hang out and relax for like a good 5 minutes."
Yeah, you can definitely come in and relax. Yeah, we're so excited to have you. I mean, you're so articulate.
That is a nice way to put that. I will turn around and make my way to whatever version of the casting couch that they have where I will cover my feet.
As you do, and you sit down on what there's a section of the couch that has plastic on it and a section of the couch that doesn't. Almost like they knew they were.
I will sit on the plastic section as a good host.
you want to use Eugene to cover your feet? Do you want to just put
You know,
him near your feet?
you know what? If you offer Eugene to me, I will set him on my feet and be like, "What a good boy," and I will pet him and love him
There you
just
go.
like I
Yeah.
always have.
You
Oh my
start trying to
God!
eat your toe.
Eugene, you're such a good boy, and I will set him on my feet. You know what? He can, because guess what? Green dragon scales. Let him chomp all day. He's a child.
Yep.
Steve is going to go in and also sit next to Brogan on the couch on the plastic section.
Very nice. As you all are you've got two on the couch. You guys are just standing there. The three of them in unison say, "Would anyone like hot chocolate? We've been making hot chocolate, waiting for your arrival."
I will put my hand up as I hold Eugene in the other and say, "Yes, please." And then when they bring me hot chocolate, I'm definitely going to take my flask and dump some stuff into it.
Very nice.
I will also take a hot chocolate. Steve is not above a hot chocolate.
Well then, Carl Zari, hot chocolate.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Fantastic.
You're the DD, Zari. You're the DD.
Oh.
No hot chocolate? It's okay.
Here.
There'll be more later. We'll be serving hot chocolate all night. We prepared a whole pot of it, knowing that you were coming. We're so excited to have you here.
Hey, Steve, this helps. I'm going to dump some stuff.
Space pregnant. I'm putting my hand, trying to cover the top. Like, I'm drinking for two here, big guy.
Steve, you are 100% trying to get rid of this baby. Fucking stop that shit.
But what happens if I don't? Then I'm gonna have complications at birth. Like, have you read the reports on drinking while pregnant?
I will put my arms up and then look at Steve aggressively and say, "Steve, if you don't get rid of the baby, you die. It jumps through your chest."
That doesn't mean I don't wish the best for it.
This is really a terrible decision to argue about.
Can I make an investigation roll on my hot chocolate?
Yeah, go for it.
This is the most normal hot chocolate I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's chocolatey.
A more normal cup of hot chocolate has never existed based on my roll.
In a frozen tundra, this is gold in your hand.
Yeah, so it's definitely not booze. You're welcome.
I'll silently ritual cast as quietly as possible, purify food and drink on my hot chocolate.
No need, Zari. As you cast it, and they notice it right away. And they say, no need. Everything is above board here. We need you all. You've got many tasks ahead of you, but today we rest.
I don't like the way they said that.
Yeah, seriously. What do you mean many tasks? Like, Eugene and I continue my buzz on. I'm like, what do you mean many tasks?
Oh, no, Brogan. This is no time to be lazy. I'm going to get some snacks from the kitchen, and we'll introduce ourselves and talk.
As she walks away, I'm going to look at the other two and be like, look, you guys are like the 12th individual from Ysgard that has told us we have to do things to save Ysgard, and not downplaying Ysgard, but we are from a different plane and want to get back, and you guys are real amped about us doing everything for Ysgard. So any help that comes this way?
Oh, like, we have our own tasks we need to get done.
That's very true. And one of them walks over and rubs Steve's stomach and says, "He's showing."
So Steve is made very uncomfortable by this, but he also doesn't want to anger these, like, I think they're like demigod women. Mm-hmm. So he's letting this happen and he's playing along, but I'm shooting looks to all the other group members like,
I look at Zari and I'm like, where's rule one? Does Steve have his pants on? What is
my
this?
pants are 100% on. I don't
dare
take my pants off in front of
you
ladies.
have them on.
I'll end up double space pregnant.
Feel bad. We're bugging you because your pants are on and they're being the worst.
Yeah.
Well,
that's right. We love rule one here.
Pants on or off, it's quite all right with us. As they bring in some charcuterie on a plate for you all and start sitting around in chairs around this couch, and you're looking at a large, like, interior tree living room kind of a thing. And you can see that there's hallways going towards the back, from the back of it. Like, this is clearly a very large place inside the world tree that they live.
Is it like very nice cheese and meat?
Oh yeah,
or what?
Yeah. They've got those spread going on. They put some
can
beer
Steve
down
do
on the
an
table
investigation
too.
on the meat with advantage because of his background,
100%.
obviously being
Go
on
for it.
Sliced magazine?
Yeah.
I'm too flustered.
With a 9.
Even with advantage, I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
I don't recognize these meats, I say out loud.
All hopped up on hot chocolate.
something and you're like, ooh, because of cravings, you're like pregnancy cravings. Oh, that
Yeah.
seems good. And start doing a weird combination.
Yeah, I've got pickles on the on it.
Dipping your
It's like none of
pickle
it's
in the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Dip it a little bit in your hot chocolate and eat it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I've got peanut butter on the salami as I'm putting.
Do any of them have booze? I'm gonna ask for booze.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
can
be like,
refill your flask if you'd like. As they bring out a couple of beers in a stein and some shots of like a clear
that would
liquor.
make me so happy. And can I make any sort of check to see if it's like the good stuff?
Yeah, yeah. You can give an investigation.
quote unquote the good stuff.
13.
Unfortunately.
It's pretty darn good from what you're picking up.
Oh, so I actually have no idea, but I'm like, you know what? Sauce McGoss. I'm like, yeah. This stuff's the bomb, absolutely. And then I pour a little bit more in Steve's cup, and I'm like, Steve, it's fine. It's okay.
Um, as you said, they say, well, to introduce ourselves, we are the Norn, the three sisters that are caretakers of the world ashen tree. And they say if we were to say our names, it would burst your eyes and break your ears. So we go by our more common names, past, present, and future.
Hey, I would like to break my eyes and sear my ears. That's nice.
Well, the evening hasn't even rounded out yet, Zari.
Show me present. Let's go ahead and be sad.
Well, we cannot fulfill your destiny for you. We are just here to help you write it.
Can you get rid of this baby in me?
We cannot, but we can guide you to how you may.
That's like been the answer of like the last 7 people I've met.
I'm gonna rub it and then take Eugene and set him on top of Steve's tummy and be like, "Hey, Eugene, what do you think?" And it's gonna be all warm, so Eugene's gonna rub his face into it, just like a goober, just like, "Yeah, this is awesome."
Then start biting, of
And
course.
he's gonna start nibbling on Steve's shirt.
Yeah.
Not like on his skin, but like just his shirt.
Yep.
That's okay. He wouldn't feel it anyway because Eugene has baby teeth.
There you go.
Well, and I'm hot
But they're
chocolate
sharp
drunk at this
baby
point.
teeth. They're like sharp teeth.
Guys,
Steve is well
Steve is gonna
padded
be
everywhere. I'm okay. I'll be fine.
yeah.
Don't go over to
Yes.
Carl and go, is everyone rubbing his food baby? He has a food baby. That's not a baby.
Well,
I'm not touching his stomach.
Steve,
he's showing
whatever
and
you
we're
got, all
proud.
up to you.
You've spent so much time out weary traveling, and you've got so much more ahead of you. But a little bit about ourselves and why this is so important that we ask your aid to aid yourselves also. We started at the time of creation. We were here when all of the worlds started, the battles of titans and gods. We were integral in the creation of all humanoids. Not Dragonborn, though. We didn't have any part in Dragonborn, and what's happened to you all is not our fault. And so please don't blame me or take the race card.
Looks aggressively sad. Still does not understand, but fair enough.
It was not our fault. We know how sometimes Dragonborns get, but it was not my fault.
How we get, and then I will pretend to get all uppity, and then immediately become quiet.
No, I have nothing against Dragonborns. I have Dragonborn friends.
Oh yeah. That really helps with your racism.
No.
Stare at the ground at Eugene, and I'm like, come here, Eugene. You don't want to hear this. I'm like, these people are terrible.
We were integral in the creation of all of your kinds. We've had a piece and a touch. Our hands had a touch in all of the creation of even your lives. And one of them goes to poke at Eugene slightly, but Eugene slightly bites at the finger.
Don't touch him, you awful human.
Don't lose your temper. Just calm down, Brogan. Calm down. We don't want you getting all out of sorts. Calm down.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, as we sit and eat, time has moved on, And we understand that as the world has moved and destinies have been created outside of our hands, we were given a position to overlook the caretaking of the world ash and given aid to adventurers who are going to play a key part in struggles forthcoming. You
Is that
oh, go for it, sorry.
us? Because I don't think you understand how useless we are.
Oh, we struggle a lot. We're real good at struggling.
I really thought we were not going to be playing the race card, Brogan. Gosh.
I didn't go out of my way to say that, but I mean, the fact that you bring it up means that you strike me as some waspy young ladies.
I'm gonna put my hand over Brogan's mouth and just gently try to push him back into the couch.
All right, Brogan's gonna take Eugene and go pee. He'll be right back.
You'll have to forgive my friend. You understand how Dragonborn can be.
As they look at you all and they say, well, we have laid out a few tasks that might be of interest. You're able to rest for the evening, get your strength back after fighting that wolf that attacked you, and stay. But first and foremost, while we eat, and you can have a few beers or more hot cocoa, as I brought out a pot for you to drink. Or you can watching yourselves on Sending Stone Media. It is all, you can relax, make our house your house. But you may know that the tasks ahead of you, there's going to be a need to undo Ragnarok. And it comes from the start of Ragnarok, you see. There's many aspects that have happened. There was the giant attacks. There was Fenrir, the giant wolf. There was, darn it. There was Jörmungandr, the giant sea serpent. And there was Hell from the underworld. Oh, glad you're back from the restroom, Brogan. I was just informing them that there's things that are going to be necessary in your future. I was just telling them that we need to undo Ragnarok. And it comes from undoing it at the start. Going in order, of course.
He's excited to hear about that, and I'm gonna stop him from talking again.
Steve puts his mouth over mine. I
not my mouth. I put my hand over yours.
Oh, gentlemen.
Whatever, Steve.
We'll wait for
I know what you're into.
I'm gonna ask them what their three names are.
You may refer to us as past, present, and future. For if I were to tell you our names, it would shatter your eardrum and explode your eyes.
Even Brogan knows this, and he looks at Steve and he's like, "God damn it!"
All right, so I'm gonna say, so you guys are stuck in this tree all the time, then?
Yes, with no male visitors or
I understand
visitors.
We're not really in a position to help with that, but Steve's gonna shoot his shot and say, after this is all over, like he's kind of taking a shining to present. He's gonna, see if she wants to maybe go out sometime after this, this whole Ragnarok thing has blown over. I don't know if you get out of the tree very often, but
no, I really don't, Steve. And well, I thank you for I thank you for the the asking, the date possibly. Yes, we can definitely go out and grab some hot cocoa.
I don't know how you feel about cold cut.
I'm crushing the bottle. I'm like, you know what? Let Steve do his thing. Let him make his move. I don't care. I'm going hard in the paint right now. It's terrible. Everybody is silenced me. Everyone's the worst.
I think it's only correct if Steve has a girlfriend that's wildly unpopular with the rest of the group.
Zari's trying to say something.
That fits very well in with Slagnir and Odin, who are telling us what to do and not helping.
And what did Zari say?
I was saying, Zari, the moment Steve was starting to ask her out, she would just went over to the Sending Stone TV and started to try and take it apart.
These things are flying around. If you would like to try and grab it, you can roll me a d20. Let's see, we'll add your.
Oh God! Please crush it, Zari. I want it.
We're gonna get our own spin-off TV show. That's what's gonna happen. Steve and the Tree Lady.
What's your dex?
2.
You
So
do not
14.
grab it. It just flies away from you. Just kind of, if you were to look at the screen, you would see on the TV screen, on the arcane TV screen.
No, I want to go to their TV and take it apart, not the sending stone.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you can definitely start doing so, and they won't stop you. Actually, one of them makes eyes as you start to slightly bend over.
Single lady. I am a single lady.
Single
Yeah,
lady.
we
Oh, you're
know.
married. We are not home records. I am so sorry. We didn't know you were married.
Carl is just sitting on the couch with her hot cocoa, and because she's so small, her legs are just kind of like doing this on the couch like a forest. She's just kind of like this. And when, what was it? Whoever said, I am ladies, like Carl's like not into it anymore. Like that fire giant took it all out of her. She's not, no. She's just like
we know.
drinking cocoa.
I will bring Eugene over and be like, here you go, sweetie.
Sweetie. Okay.
It's your baby together.
I say it just like that too. Not like it's our sweetie. I'm just like, yeah, here you go, sweetie. And I hand Eugene off because I'm waiting for the 3 ladies to dive in and be like, I'm sure Brogan's the worst caretaker, and I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me have it.
Future comes and sits down right next to Carl, on the couch right next to Carl, and is sitting about 4 inches from you. Puts her arm around you slightly and leans back, so it's like an in but an out experience. And looks you over and says, "We could probably talk about me and you later, but there was something I wanted to talk to you about, Carl. Maybe some grandma time. But for now, we need to talk about what's in front of us."
Grandma time? What is that supposed to mean? I'm not.
I mean,
Well, I
Carl,
am
in
old.
your defense, you're an old lady.
I'm 183. I forgot. It's because I'm so old.
Well, we'll talk about grandma time when we have some grandma time. And she goes, "You may think you're old, but I'm timeless. And I look great for timeless."
I'm gonna say yeah, they are, and I'm an elbow broken in the side.
Oh, Jesus. As he elbows me, I'm like, there's not enough booze to handle this. I'm like, Eugene, cover your face.
So we need to undo Ragnarok from the way it rode in to the way it ends. You will have many choices of what you're going to need to do, but all of these will lead to one bad actor named Loki, the brother of Odin, who set this in motion.
Yes, Luigi. I've heard of him. He has a mansion of ghosts.
No. I'm not going to say you had it wrong, Brogan, but what I will say is Loki.
Yeah. You said words, but they all sounded like Luigi to me.
Oh. She giggles a little bit, a little too over the top, trying to flatter. And she's like, yes, you're right, Luigi. We'll go take this to Luigi, and sip some hot cocoa. Puts her arm around Carl a little closer and says,
As it becomes awkward if she scoots into Carl, I'm gonna scoop up Eugene and I'm like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna go over here. Everything's okay.
No.
As you're both holding on to this child,
He's no.
Says,
No. This
Future's
is
gonna get into the middle of this baby mama drama.
No, I need
You know what?
Eugene here so that she is not near me.
As soon as Carl pulls back, I'm like, all right, jeez. You know what? I'm the worst dad. It's fine. And then I will mosey on. And this is 100% Brogan playing into it because he knows that Carl is like, yo, this is like the 3rd woman I've curbed in like 2 weeks. I cannot handle this. Like, why are they all up in my business?
So, I'm like, sorry, can I borrow that ring?
Exactly. I am totally on the same page. And I'm like, oh, all right, fine. And I pretend to make drama so Carl can make an excuse to get away. But I'm like, oh, all right. I guess I'm just not this young man's dad. Fine. And then I storm away awkwardly. And as I do that, I will scoop up Steve. And I'm like, Steve, we're pretending to be upset, swagger, and look pissed.
But I'm going to point at present.
Steve does it totally wrong and ends up twerking instead. And I'm like, you know what, Steve? You tried real hard. I'm proud of you. That was a great twerk.
He looks dumbfounded. As
He kills it. He's straight up shaking them cheeks.
past starts to go on, picking up where present left off, saying, "We're gonna need you all to undo this from the start, leading up all the way to the end. First and foremost, you get to choose how you do this, except for one or two of these items. And as I describe them, know that I don't wish to put you in scenarios you don't wish to be in. But this is how, Steve, we will get you unpregnant and back to Waterdeep."
Okay.
Family.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. It's just there's been a lot of false promises lately.
That is okay. As I am past, I am as
I don't think
transparent.
it's okay. I disagree, but it is what it is.
Oh, okay. I, I, I respect. Let me. I have had talk tos about this. I respect your views as you respect mine, and we are
Yes.
both equally right. That's how we do it. Yep. I've learned this.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
As Brogan's drinking.
I'm like, everything's fine. I'm like, you sure you don't want any of this, Steve?
No, listen.
Look, you're the best mom ever. More for me. No problems.
Says, well, we had the giants attack. There's an item you're going to need to get from the fire giants, which will aid you in your future. I need you to get the
Is it held
Dreadnought.
by a woman named insert generic Carl's ex-girlfriend / Zari's ex-girlfriend?
Xena, I think it is.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda.
Yeah. Does Xena have said item? Because that would just be perfect. I will say out loud in front of the group.
Well, I don't know, but I'm sure I'm sure if you have a friend within the camp, she may be able to help you.
Oh, definitely a friend. Yeah. Not a problem at all.
Get a very close friend in the camp.
100% the best friend ever. Oh my God, why is this almost empty?
I'm gonna turn to past present future, be like, she's an ex, and I'd rather not have to deal with that.
Well,
You know how being that situation can be. It was a bit ugly.
as
Not a
Future
viper,
has her
but-
arm around you slightly and says, "I understand how exes are," and puts her hand on your knee.
That makes sense. From
And on my
Future.
where?
Your knee.
She
Oh.
didn't say upper thigh. She said knee. It's
Yeah.
okay for now.
All
It's
I have
not-
is E, and so I was like, what?
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Puts her hand on your knee. And holds it there for a little longer, like it hasn't left.
She's so getting ghosted.
Out of
The
game,
queen
I'm
of
so
ghosts is gonna strike again.
Out of game. You're
Well,
what?
she is future.
so
She is
uncomfortable.
literally the best at that.
I'm not
Sorry?
used to women hitting on me in real life, so this makes me feel because I don't know what to do.
Awesome. Well, we're
Sorry?
gonna continue. So, and it'll
Hold
be
on,
real.
Zari's trying to get a point in.
Oh, sorry. She's going to throw something at that for the hand on knee because each time some female or male has done something, it's been to Carl or me, and we did not initiate it. So Zari's at this just throwing shit.
Very nice. As all of a sudden a cog from the arcane TV flies out and hits her, and it goes, "Oh, was it broken, Zari?"
Yes.
Ah. Very
As
nice.
I'm drinking,
Thank
I
you for
look at
helping.
I look at the homunculus that says rule 1, wear pants, and I'm like, yeah, you're doing God's work, buddy. Proud of you.
That
Proud of
humongous
you.
will
Rule
be doing
2 be
overtime.
no touching without asking permission or something like that.
Look, that should be rule 2. At the time, it wasn't because there were a lot of other awful rules that should have been applied to. But yes,
Yeah, you don't wear pants
Yes.
one time, and there's a whole investigation about it.
look, Steve, your proudness of whitey tighties is its own thing. and
I'm
we're
not
just-
proud. I'm just not uncomfortable. Made uncomfortable by
2.
underwear.
Look, I said what I said. Eugene, come here. We're going to drink. And as I scoop up Eugene, and I'm like, best of luck to you, Carl, with everything else, because apparently everyone else gets action here and not me. I'm going to
I get bad action.
shut up, pregnant Steve, and I will storm away, pretend upset. And when I say pretend upset, like it's very obvious that I'm not actually upset, at least to the party. And I will storm away like 4 feet and grab my drinks and some.
Get to the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, it's like 3 steps, and then I will pick up my my jacks here, and I will start playing games with Eugene where I bounce the ball, and I'm like, go ahead and get him, buddy. Go ahead and get him. And I'm going straight
Eugene
like
is currently chasing his tail, not
I'm
paying
going
attention at all.
I'm going straight like stepdad on this. I'm like, I don't care what sending stone hurts does. I'm like, come on, buddy. And we're playing games. We're having fun, and I'm definitely not drunk because that's not what Brogan does, except every time.
As you are doing the turn, trying to act like you don't care, says, "Well, that's one of the things that is going to be necessary. We need you to grab a dreadnought's shield from the fire giant camp. Next thing we are going to need you to grab, we need you to go to the caves on the other side of the mountain. In said caves is where Fenrir will be held up and his camp of wolves. We need the drool of Fenrir in this vial," and hands you over a vial.
That sounds like a you problem as I'm drinking. I'm like, not an us problem.
Hands it over
Truly good
to
stepdad
Carl.
drinking in front of your child.
And
Don't start with me, Mom.
hands the vial over to Carl.
Okay. There's nothing in it. She's just shaking it.
Yep, nothing in it. And we need you to grab the drool of Fenrir.
Cool.
Another thing we need to go on the top of those same mountains where Fenrir is held up on the other side in the cave. At the top of the mountain chain, at the peak of the mountain chain, is where Jörgmundor is held up, the giant sky serpent. We need you to go and grab a scale of Jörgmundor and bring it back.
As you're
How do you spell
saying this, oh shoot.
What was that, sorry?
How do you spell Yorkmendor? That just sounds awful. Like
is
him, his
terrible.
name.
There's umlauts in there, I promise.
For sure.
Okay, he's Yorgi now. I can't spell it. His name is Yorgi.
He's a
Grab
corgi?
a
Is that
scale
what you
from
said?
Yorgi.
I love that.
His name is Yorgi.
Yeah, he's a
Yogi.
corgi.
So is that all you
Yorgi.
need? Just 3 impossible to get items?
Nope, a fourth impossible to get
Yeah,
item.
of course there is. Yeah. Yep. Checks out.
Once you have grabbed those items, the final item we will need you to grab is you will need to go to the infinite stairs where the goddess Saloon watches over. You must get Saloon's favor. Upon getting Saloon's favor, you will be transported to Midgard. In Midgard, we will need you to get the necklace of the damned. While Hel is here with her undead forces, it should be unprotected at her fortress in Midgard. Grab her necklace of the damned, and you shall need to bring it back. Work out with Saloon how you would get back.
You guys really need to work out an easier plan B, because I can usually just walk to Walgreens like the next day. Like, this is a lot.
Well, Steve, it's not the same necklace.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, what do you mean should be undefended? Are you what 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 is this? I feel like there's been like 3 maybes and like 4 like, hey, this could go well, scenarios in this. Like this does not sound like a win.
Well,
You guys just don't know anything other than, hey, this is here, that's about it. That's all you know.
Well, we can tell where these things are in these camps, and there are many, many dreadnought shields, but we are not, we are not privy to there are magics at times that block our view. And in Midgard, we cannot see into the land of the dead, for we are of life.
I mean, I guess that's true. They don't block your hands on thighs, but I mean, it is what it is. Looking at the 3 other thighs out of the group, I'm like, you know what? That's fine.
Well, thank you for being understanding. Once you are able to get these, we are going to be able to get you the power you need to end each of these threats on the land. And when you do, you will be able to take on Loki, end his threat, and we will be able to aid you at that point in getting rid of your pregnancy and getting you home and saving all of the worlds.
I mean, that sounds great. I can't wait to do these 4 impossible tasks for you. It's going to be good times.
Yeah, I put my arm on Steve, and I'm like, "You're gonna be the best mom, Steve, because I don't trust in any of this other crap. You're gonna be the cutest. I'm so proud of you."
What's up, Zari?
Zara's gonna pull everyone into a group hole and just go. They said talk to Celine and she'll get us to Midgard. Midgard is Earth, I believe. So that could just easily take us home, and we could just forget all of this.
It doesn't get me unspace pregnant.
This is us home. You
You're
can
the
be
only
happy.
You're the only
this.
lost there, Steve.
If we just have a healer with you when you give birth and they heal you after that pops out of your chest, won't you be okay?
Yeah, but then I'll
Like,
have to
if
pay
we're
child
super
support for at
prepared-
least 18 space years.
I mean,
No,
you
you
say
can
that,
give him up
but,
for adoption.
The
Yeah.
dad's dead. We definitely punched him in the face till he stopped moving.
I mean,
Give him up
how
for
much do we know
adoption.
about space frogs? He might have popped back up the next day.
Other than that they may try and kill you or turn you into one, or impregnate you, not that much.
Well, they did all 3 in the very short amount of time that they had.
Yeah, that's pretty much the rundown you got from them. And these past, present, and future, we have past sitting next to you, Steve. I mean, a present sitting next to you, Steve.
Yeah, she is.
Future sitting next to Carl, uncomfortably. And then past walks up to Brogan and puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "You know, I may have said some things wrong, possible microaggressions. I really apologize for that."
Look, I don't understand your Gen Z shenanigans, all right, past, but it's real simple. All I want to do is drink beer, pet Eugene, and move on. Those are the only things I need in life. So if you're not going to help, past,
No, we're here to help. What we can do is we can direct you in the right direction. You just need to pick which ones you guys want to do. But for the night, you have the night to decide, case need be. And when you're ready to sleep, just let me know. And she points out to a room. And as you look at this room, it seems like it's the only bedroom you've seen. And as you look, it's one wall-to-wall bed. Says you may come join us in the bedroom.
which
There's
is
not like other rooms. This is a pretty big place. There's no
It's
other
a pretty
rooms.
big place. There's a ton of rooms, but none of them there only seems to be one bedroom with a very, very large bed. They say,
That's
come to
cool.
our bedroom.
That works for me. Dibs on the end.
Sometimes those are
Steve, you sleep behind me. All right, let's get weird.
Steve is gonna go find accommodations elsewhere in this house, I think.
Steve, you're not listening as I'm walking to the
No,
bed.
listen, I'm not getting on the sussy bed. You can't make me.
You're already pregnant. What else is there? I will say as I angrily keep walking toward the bed, I'm like,
No offense to Carl, but I don't want to see what they're gonna do to Carl tonight.
You're my safety blanket.
What?
Oh my god. Fine.
Carl's
Fine.
finishing her hot cocoa and it heard her name and go, "What?"
Fine. I'll be on the inside. Somebody who is less protected.
There's gonna be
and
cowboy
not
holsters and
pregnant.
hats everywhere.
Oh my god. I'm so upset right now. I'm like, Eugene, go hang out with your mom. She's being a pain. All right. I
If
sleep
there's
on
like
the
a
edge of the bed.
kitchen, Steve is gonna go set up shop in the kitchen.
You can definitely go set up shop in the kitchen, and it's a fully stocked kitchen. It's a magical
That's-
kitchen where anything.
I just
can be
need the
there.
floor. I just need the floor.
You can
And Steve
definitely
goes to
sleep
do
on
that.
it.
I'm like, Argyle, please come here.
Argyle walks over and says, What do you want?"
Is there any chance that you will sleep in here tonight, Argyle, as a favor?
Oh God! Don't
the
bring the
bedroom?
house into it.
Look, nothing weird's gonna happen. Stop being weird about it. I'm just asking that
Yes.
you're here.
Me and Slegnir would enjoy sleeping in the bedroom tonight. Thank you for letting us.
Thank you so much. Hop in the bed. I don't even
Slegnir
care.
walks in and says, "Did I hear my name?"
I'm like, let's
I have
get
a question.
horserific. Somebody cover my
Carl?
back.
Sorry. Past, present, and future are also sleeping in the bed. That's what the issue is, right?
Possibly.
That they all
It's
want
their bedroom.
Okay, that
quote-unquote.
they all want to sleep together. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
Just to make it clear, I'm winking at present as I go to the kitchen, but I am
Okay.
sleeping in the kitchen.
She says, "Well, I could definitely use a ham sandwich, big boy, if you're fixing something."
Yeah, well, we could make something to eat. I mean,
You wanna,
Steve's
you
got
wanna
cooking
check my
skills.
salami?
Well, fix me up something. I'll be helping your party if there's any questions they have about the tasking in the future or sleeping accommodations.
Let me see how good of a magical ham sandwich I can make. Can I get a what?
Oh, it better
What
be the
skill is it?
best.
Oh, you're making a real ham sandwich?
Of course I am. I'm Steve.
Let's give
All right,
a
Steve.
wisdom, I think, probably with advantage
make it
because of
ham
your
and
ham
sausage.
sandwich
Wisdom?
skills.
Yeah, I
Ham
feel
and
like I get
sausage.
advantage because his wisdom is not great. It's a terrible ham
2
sandwich.
3s.
So
Deli.
tonight I have made 6 rolls and not gotten over a 9. It's a good night so far.
I'm real proud of you. Is there any chance that anyone else sees that and we can try to help Steve? Because you know what?
Listen, you stay out of my kitchen.
As much as I don't want to end up with the ladies of death and death and the horses of, oh my god, I'm going to be a Loki spawn.
I mean, you made your bed like literally and figuratively with those 2 horses. So you go in there and lay in it.
All right, I'm laying.
Zari, what were you trying to say?
Zari's just watching Steve try and make a ham sandwich and is just questioning everything that he has told her. Because you are a deli manager, Steve. How can you not make a ham sandwich? It's literally just 2 pieces of bread and meat.
I'm hot chocolate drunk, obviously. Also incredibly nervous because it's probably been a really long time since Steve has been laid, and he's got a chance with a demigod tonight. All right, give me a break.
Types of cheese. How do I pick the right type
Can
of
I
cheese?
try and make the ham sandwich for Carl? For Steve, and just say like he made it.
Steve is taking any and all attempts to help him as you guys cock blocking
Throw a
him, and he's
wisdom.
being very hostile about it.
Oh my god! I
wisdom?
hope she rolls
Yeah,
like a 20
wisdom
and just
save
kills
as you're
it.
making this sandwich for him. You won't get advantage, but see, you're
No.
ruining it worse than
Good
you.
one.
She spits on your sandwich and is like, yeah, there you go. She's into
Now
that.
on fire somehow.
Bread is torn.
Really,
Shut
really
up,
just
my
digs
God.
in there.
You just hand him all the crust that you cut off, none of the sandwich.
I somehow shoot it with my gun. That's
Yeah,
I
what
was
keeps
gonna
me.
say,
There's a
when
bullet
you get
hole.
the gun involved, there's a little cowboy glove in the middle of the sandwich now somehow.
I get a little stick, I make it into a hat, and I put it on it, and then Eugene starts to eat the
Yeah,
sandwich.
you
And that's
walk
how
out
I
a
help.
sandwich that has a baby manicore eating at it at the
I was
moment.
gonna say with a 2, I think he does worse
a
and
bullet
tries to
hole.
eat that sandwich.
Yeah.
You
A
know
bullet
what?
hole.
Doesn't matter. Slegnier's behind me. I'm asleep. It's fine. Eugene's got his mom. We're okay.
As you see Future walk up to you, Carl, and say, "Hey, can we talk? Have a little bit of grandma time?"
Oh god.
Yes. I love
What
it.
do you mean by grandma time?
Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to offend you at all. I was just wondering where you wanted to sleep for the night.
I gotta go.
Shawl over you.
What's up,
What
sorry?
was it, Zari?
There's an emergency. I gotta go.
Okay. That happens.
Yeah.
So she puts
Um,
a shawl over you and is very much like, oh yeah, grandma time.
I'm just thinking now that I said that I forgot that Carl was old, I'm gonna make it a thing now that she forgets how old she is. And so she got offended when she said when he said grandma time, because she's like, I'm not grandma, what are you talking about?
That's funny.
Yeah. I think Carl's just gonna curl up on the floor with Eugene in the living room on the plastic side of the couch.
Well, that's got my butt sweat on it, so that's your choice.
And she says, "Well, that's your prerogative. You can definitely do so."
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, well, my breakup with the fire giant was so hard, and it's like so not like serious. She's just like, yeah, it was so hard, and yeah, I have a son now, so I have to just take care of me. My choice is me.
Hey, I get it. I get it. Look, I don't want to disrespect you at all. I'm here to help. And again, anything you need in the future, I'd like to be helpful for you. Um, you can sleep wherever you'd like. Just know there's one big bed for us all.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm very small, so I can just kind of sleep on the couch.
Okay, you can definitely do so. Sleep on the couch. That's your prerogative. But there's hot chocolate waiting for you in the bedroom if you know what I mean.
Giggity.
Let's see if
Um,
Carl actually knows what she means.
Carl, you're a grandma. You friggin' know what she means.
No, I mean,
Carl's
Carl.
actually a grandma. She never had kids, so technically she's just an old lady. I'm gonna make an intelligence check though.
Go for it.
Yeah, I've met a lot of old ladies that have never understood the interworkings of bodily functions.
You pick up on what she's throwing down.
Okay, yeah, Carl's not interested.
As Past walks into the bedroom where Brogan is laying and kind of lays on the bed somewhat and inches over towards Brogan.
In between me and the two horses?
Well, she's kind of moving closer and closer, and you feel an arm come across one of the horses, probably Slegnir, and put the arm on your shoulder, kind of a thing, just all the way over. And as
That's
the arm
amazing. Slegnir is a large creature. That's amazing.
It's like put your arm over a bus.
she's a she can go giant if she wants. She can go up to 20 feet. So this arm just stretches out and starts rubbing your shoulder over this horse. And as
You
she
hear
does,
some smooth jazz start playing.
you hear an echo in the background of your head, and she says, I've heard that head to toe, Dragonborn can be large.
I make a performance roll to be like I'm asleep. Oh, I'm asleep.
Oh God!
I pulled it off.
You give like a Daniel Day-Lewis level performance of being asleep.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, I'm huge, but that's not my problem right now.
Well, I'll be here if you're interested. Don't be afraid to dive in if you would like some timeless, if you know what I mean.
I'm so asleep, I don't even notice because
Dive in.
I roll over, definitely not looking like full Dragonborn, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I'm asleep. She won't notice. It's fine. I just pull the blankets over myself, and I'm like, Slegnir, scoot closer, please.
as you now become a little spoon to an 8-legged horse.
I'm so okay with that. I'm the best little spoon. I'm cuddly.
You are able to finally get rest for the night. And of course, uninterrupted, they got the hint slightly as everyone is able to go to sleep.
Steve was absolutely trying to get some from one of these. He's the only one that didn't.
Oh,
Steve,
that's funny.
Steve.
I thought you were going to sleep in the kitchen because you weren't trying to be too imposing.
No, I was just trying to separate one from the pack. I didn't want to be part of the entire horse, Brogan, Carl messiness that was going to happen.
I'm sleeping on the couch.
Steve, I blocked so hard, and Carl blocked so hard, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm totally not blocking. You want to try my sandwich that I pooped in? Oh my God, no, that's not delicious."
We can RP out how this goes with present real on level as she looks at you and sees the sandwich that's literally got a bullet hole in it, half a glove, and just crusts. Stares at it and says, "Here, let me make you a sandwich."
Yeah, I like that. Let's see what you're made of here.
And as she goes to make you a couple of sandwiches, she says, "So, Steve, you've been working hard, huh? It's been a tough journey."
Yeah, I'm not good at this whole hero thing. Yeah, that's fair.
We're gonna need to give you a rest.
That's agreed.
Here, drink this hot cocoa, and you see she brings over a plate of about 5 sandwiches just right in front of you that were made up within split seconds.
Steve is fully seduced at this point.
Very nice. And as Steve is
5 sandwiches is all you needed to see.
Yeah, that's all you can see now is 5 stacked sandwiches with a cup of hot chocolate. And she says, "Well, drink up and eat, and I'll just watch you enjoy, because I think that'll be fun for both of us."
Sure, and so that obviously will happen.
Sure.
Thank God Slegnir is cuddling me right now because oh my God.
As you eat 5 sandwiches back to back, one after another, you start to notice a food coma setting in. And she says, "Oh, Steve, let's snuggle."
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some space snuggling happening.
As you have to, of course, unbutton your top button as you've eaten all of these.
I started getting the meat sweats at like sandwich 3.
You got meat sweats,
and I'm down to just my my old man whitey teddies.
Tidy whities.
Yeah, just full on meat sweats have happened.
Love it. As the full on meat sweats have happened, you are now in a place of tidy whitey appreciation on the ground, starting to fall into a food coma. You both pass out. Her falling asleep with present with her head on your chest.
Excellent.
Of course, she wakes up with a gooey mat of hair on the side of her face, like crusted,
Yeah,
as she gets up. As of course the meat sweats had.
it happens.
Um, Waking in the morning, you all awaken to them cooking breakfast. And Steve, you're the first one, of course, to awaken as you see the three sisters.
And he's in the kitchen.
Yeah,
You
of
know.
course. Like they're
Yeah.
all stepping over you, kind of a thing, making breakfast as you're just sleeping on the floor, like on your stomach, ass up, kind of a thing, like in your whities. And they're
They
just
like drop a piece of bacon on the floor, and it's like that thing where you put food in front of a dog that's sleeping and he just wakes
I'm
up.
still like only half awake and just like eating it on the floor.
Yeah.
as a breakfast is cooked, and they say, "Well, would you like to go up the mountains?" And as you guys sit down, they go to hand you food, and they say, "Would you like to go up the mountains to grab the drool of Fenrir? Would you like to go to the giant camp to meet with the fire giants and grab your shield? Meet your friend in the fire giant camp and grab
I
the
think
shield.
I think we need to go in that direction. That's my vote.
Would you like
You
to
know
go with
what?
Yurgmundor or Hell? Hell being possibly the last one if you want, but it could be the first. It's up to you. You would just need to get by the favor of Saloon."
If we can make it as awkward as possible, let's go to the fire giant camp. And as they're pouring us coffee, I'm like pouring booze into my coffee. I'm like, you know what? You know what? My baby mama, and I will look at Carl. I was like, really has a fun time in the fire giant camp. And if we're gonna go full awkward, let's go hard in the paint. And as I'm pouring this into my cup, I'm like, Steve, you want any of this? You look a little rough there with half of your face covered in slime and crap.
Listen, Steve had a great night. He doesn't need this.
You know what? I believe you, Meat Sweats McGee, and I'll just keep pouring in my own cup. And
Why do you smell like ham?
You know what? That's 100% a you fight.
Carl, as you wake, did you sleep in the living room, kind of a thing?
Yeah, I slept on the couch.
Very nice. And oh,
Cuddle with
interesting.
Zari, of course, and not the weirdos.
I got something wrong on the changing something around. There we go.
It's tough when we're all a bunch of good people that don't want to be taken advantage of by the demigoddesses of whatever shenanigans they are, except for Steve.
As they say, well, we do know one thing. If you were to go to the fire giant camp or to Fenrir, everything is essentially equidistant from here, except to get to Midgard through the infinite stairwell, you would need to go about a day's travel to meet with Saloon at the infinite stairwell. And then that she would send you to where you need to go.
My vote would be to the fire giants, but I'd like to hear what everybody else thinks.
That's my vote. I want Carl to have the most fun.
Carl and Zari, what do you guys think?
No.
And then what do you guys
We
think?
have to go eventually.
No.
The awkward fire giant.
Don't live long anyways. Human lifespans are honestly short lifespans. So is Dragonborn. Carl's already lived her life to the fullest, so we can just cut it here.
Carl, what are you thinking? Which one would you? It seems we have two for the fire giants. Zari, what's your take? I'm sorry. Which one would you want to do first?
Celine. Might
Which
as well
one?
go after card. Celine.
The saloon. To go to hell. To go to Hell's Fortress, kind of a thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Gotcha. And Carl, what are you thinking?
Carl really doesn't want to see the fire giant
Zelda?
again. Zelda, yeah. She really doesn't want to do that. Not because she thinks she'll be flirted with, but because of the condescending way she talked about after, like, oh my god, can you believe Carl? Like that thing. Carl can't take it. she'll go with the fire giant one just to get it over with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tear off the
Get it
band-aid.
over with. Yeah.
Very nice. And well, they say, well, when you've collected all of the items, please come to see us, and we shall make sure you know how to use them proper.
I think that's great. I'm gonna Steve is having kind of an awkward morning after moment, and he's gonna like slip his information to present, like a business card to his deli, and be like, if you're ever in Midgard, like, look me up.
I will make sure to. Thank you for a fantastic evening, Steve. And next time, maybe you know, we could uh, we could slice some deli meat together.
Yeah, and I think that would be Steve's into that and
And
all of its meanings.
yeah, exactly. She pokes her head in towards your ear and she goes, "You do know what I'm hinting at, Steve, right?"
Yeah, no, Steve's gonna give her like a wise and like nod, like no,
Nice,
you got it,
very
yeah,
nice.
for sure. Subs, I understand.
Steve does that while he's in his whitey tighties.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Slaps you
obviously
on
I've
the
got a
ass.
I've got a cup of coffee and I'm in my whitey.
Brogan will walk over and be like, "All right, Steve, you absolute man killer. It's time to go somewhere else, big guy.
Gotta wear pants. Roll
Yeah,
one.
I'm like, it's time to
we're
wear
in their
pants,
house.
big
They
guy."
make the rules, and everyone seems cool with me being in my underwear. So
You know what, Steve? You're the only one that gets to be in their underwear. And then I will kind of scoop him along, and I'm like, and we're on our way there, underwear king. And I'm like, Slegnir, Argyle, let's go out of the bed, big guys.
As you get towards the tree, pack the door to the tree, they start to open it and say, "We'll be watching you guys, and they point over to the broken TV set, and they go, "Oh, we'll fix that, sorry. Thank you for trying."
Yeah, hopefully you guys won't be watching us too much.
And sorry, what's your response?
I just went, and as I was taking it apart, I pocketed one of the gears that forced it to make it work.
Oh, so that they're gonna have
So
real
it won't be
trouble.
able to work.
Yeah, is not going to work.
Love it. As you go to leave, you see the three of them standing in the same place you had seen them when you had entered, with your new goal to get the Drool of Fenrir, to get the Dreadnought Shield of a Fire Giant Dreadnought, the uh, the Necklace of the Damned from Hell, and a Scale of Yurgmundor. You leave to go towards the Fire Giant camp, and as they point you towards the Fire Giant camp, you start to notice walking through the snow. It's about 6 inches of snow that gets down to 5 inches of snow through this tundra, that gets down to 4 inches of snow, that gets down to 3 inches of snow. It starts to get warmer and warmer as you go, to the point where you can tell that there's an ambient heat coming in from in front of you further in the distance, maybe on the wind, that's been melting snow in your area.
great.
Right direction.
I love it.
And you said it's like half a day's journey to the fire giant camp.
Yeah, we can definitely say it's going to be about a half a day's journey to the Fire Giant camp, to where they're set up. And all of the camps are essentially set up in different areas. It's almost like a uneasy peace. They're all there to take it. Sometimes they may fight with each other, sometimes they may not, but they're all there to end up taking it. To try, they're all there to fight and destroy, kind of a thing. Some may be trying to destroy each other, some may be just trying to destroy the worlds. They're all there for their own needs, kind of a thing. And walking through the snow, you start to see in front of you, as it's getting warmer and warmer, that you start to see a burning camp of like almost black silhouette on the horizon as you're moving closer and closer to this camp in the light. You start to see fires coming up from it. You see spires. You see You see tall tents, like 4 to 5 story tall tents. And as you're getting closer and closer, you notice. Give me perception checks.
Ooh. Well, that's going to be a tough one because that's a useful skill, and we don't really do that here.
Perfect.
Oh, that's persuasion. Wrong one. Perception.
Hey, we all kind of do all right.
Oh, crit!
Crit. Very nice for Carl.
I
With a
did
crit
persuasion
perception.
by accident, but that's a crit for perception.
Carl, you can see that surrounding the camp right now, ahead of you guys, You see surrounding at least your edge of the camp. I mean, this camp goes on for hundreds and hundreds of feet, kind of a thing. It's an army of 100,000 fire giants that have now entered Ysgard, kind of a thing. You see surrounding the camp, almost in uniform order, is every like 15 to 20 feet. You see a very large, tall winter wolf, all of them closing in unison on the fire giant camp. And as they're starting to close in unison, looking in front of you, you see them about 200, 250 feet on the horizon. And the wind is currently blowing from the camp out towards you, so they probably wouldn't sniff you just yet. What would you guys do seeing that these winter wolves, these large, probably 15-foot wolves, are now encroaching upon the fire giant camp?
Do we let this play out for a minute?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to everyone and tell them to be like, there's some wolves around some fire giants. I'm not sure what we should do though.
Yeah, well, I mean,
While we're discussing it, I'm going to pull up the reins on Slegnir just so he stops approaching, just so we can talk about it for a second.
I mean, it couldn't be any worse than where we're at. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, let's see where it lands.
Very nice. You start to notice they're getting closer and closer to the camp as things move on. And as things get closer and closer to the camp, the wind starts to turn. And as the wind starts to turn, you notice the wind is not blowing from the camp towards you anymore. The wind is blowing from your back towards the camp.
Oh, we got sniffed out.
Oh, the ham is going to give us away. The ham and the coconut oil.
The ham
Yeah.
on
The ham
wind
and the hot chocolate.
alerts.
Oh, something's family, ham and wind, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
as it alerts.
Steve through this whole trip has learned, because anybody who didn't watch last episode, when my axe hits somebody, it forces you to watch all 9 Fast and the Furious movies in succession in under a second. But Steve has learned if he just presses the thumb on the blade just a little bit, that he can watch the movies one at a time. So that's what Steve's been doing. And so, like, he's mad because we're in the middle of Tokyo Drift right now, and it's his favorite one.
Love it. As you start to see 4 winter wolves coming at the party, as they break off from the attack, coming towards you. They're about 65, 70 feet away. Roll into initiative.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Click my token.
Yeah, let's get the old token set up first.
So mine was there and then disappeared immediately. What is that about?
It's up at the top, I believe. It should be. If you refresh, it might do it.
Oh, no. Like, my initiative hit the turn order and then left immediately. It was 15 something. I'll do it again.
Maybe it was from last time.
No, it was the correct roll and everything. So for whatever reason, my computer, every campaign with Blake, has hated this initiative thing. It did it my entire last campaign with him too.
Your initiative finger is broken. It's just it's the actual initiative finger. It's like DM dice always roll well. There's initiative fingers for clicking. And what did you say your initiative was, Steve? 15?
I got it. I put it in correctly. Yeah.
Awesome. As these wolves start to move towards you, they're about 70 feet away. You're all kind of right next to each other. You're on Slegnir. What would be your horse positioning right now?
I think Slegnir almost always probably leads the other one, right?
Yeah.
You mean Argyle? What do you mean
Argyle.
the other one?
I had a brain fart. It happens. Listen, I'm full of ham sandwiches. I'm ham hungover. What do you want from me?
Oh yeah, the other one.
Well, we probably need to decide who's riding on what horse.
Yeah, who's riding
Steve
on what
is
horse?
Steve is obviously riding Slegnir.
Yeah, as Argyle's my boy, because I don't hate him, I will ride on Argyle, unlike a certain somebody.
Carl, where do you think you're going to be?
I'll be on Slugnir.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then, so Zari, that puts you on Argyle?
You would be, baby mama.
Gotcha. As the first
keep
winter
calling
wolf
me that,
takes
man.
its full action, dashing right up to your horse, it goes 50 feet as its movement, and then takes its action to move another 20, 25 feet to get right in front of Slegnir, and so which would put him right with Steve and Carl. this
Cool.
wolf. Brogan, you see this happen. They are about 5, 6 feet away from you, kind of, this horse. I mean, this winter wolf that has run up to you. What do you do?
Well, time to do that thing I always do. If he's only 5 feet in front of me, I take a step and I flurry of blows with the staff of shenanigans. I mean Schrodinger's staff. And the first thing we're going to do is obviously say lay code word. So we're gonna say superstition.
As you say superposition under your breath.
Superposition. Yeah.
Roll me a quick a d20.
All
And
right.
odds it will be some kind of cat will appear. Fantastic. Roll me a d4.
Ah!
A pile of kittens appears right in front of your
That's all I wanted.
horse. As you look
That's
in
all I
front of
wanted.
you, and a pile of kittens materializes, all just about 10 of them, just crawling all over each other.
Perfect. Perfect. That's all I wanted. And then with the rest of my flurry of blows, as I'm like, kitties for days, I throw 2 punches because obviously one of my actions will have been spent summoning the
Yeah.
kitties. So we give him the old quarterstaff with 2 hands, slap, slap, after we spent time summoning the kitties for days. And we go quarterstaff 1, quarterstaff 2.
And the second one hits 6, 7, 8 damage.
Yeah.
And
So I summon all the kitties, and then I'm like, "Go, be cute!" After I slap this guy in the
We're
face.
gonna get eaten by these wolves.
Yeah, there's only one way this is going to end.
These poor kittens.
Look, guys, I got Eugene. I can't be
Real
a dad to
cats?
everybody.
they're real cats.
This question,
They're
are
just
they
a
real
pile of
cats?
kittens.
Yeah,
Oh no.
be the master kid.
I will start crying if they get eaten.
The next winter wolf
I will cry on camera.
runs up on your position and parks out in front of Argyle, and you see that one of the paws of the winter wolf just misses the pile of kittens as it takes its action, and it takes its action to fulfill more movement, getting closer to now Argyle. So we have
Yeah, those
2
are my
wolves.
babies, you fucko.
Yeah. These are heartless. We have 2 wolves now, one each looking over each of your horses while you are on them. Steve, what do you do?
I'm gonna grab the reins of Slegnir and maneuver him so that the wolf is between me and between the wolf is between Brogan and myself and Carl. Like
Okay, there may be an
maneuvering.
opportunity attack as it's within 5 feet.
Steve is willing to take that.
Okay. As it bites down at you.
Steve, what a gentleman.
An 18 to hit
Oh, of course, yeah.
for
100%.
14 piercing damage.
Yeah, do it. Make me angry. That's what you should do.
Now I need you to make a strength saving throw
Okay.
because this is a
Hey, you're
large
good at
beast.
those. I believe in you, Bruce Banner.
Steve's the strongest man that's ever lived, according to his strength roll.
Very nice. You took 14 piercing damage as
I
it
did.
bites into
That
you and you
happened.
move aside.
Yep. Okay, so Steve, bald head, glinting, is gonna pull his battle axe out and he's gonna use his bonus action to rage. And he's gonna say, it's all about family, and swing this thing as hard as he can.
God, I hope he crits.
I hope
Show
you
me
crit.
that family love.
All right, let me get my battle axe out here, the great axe. But I have advantage because I moved, so 24 to hit.
24 to hit. That hits. This axe swings down with ludicrous speed for 15 damage.
Hold on, wait, no, we're adding our D12 because I got family, baby.
Oh my gosh. Minus 25 on this hit.
Because I got family, he says.
Love it.
Takes
Beautiful
10
hit.
extra psychic damage from watching all 9 Fast and the Furious
As
movies.
this dog
Even a wolf knows those movies are bad.
this wolf is perplexed. Just perplexed of what it just saw.
What are they using to drive? Like never seen a car before.
Tokyo Drift, and then the 7th one. We're lucky he's alive at all.
The next wolf runs over to the position you moved Slegnir to, using its full action to be able to clear that rest of that distance. And is now, there's
Okay.
another wolf over you. So there's one in the position you were in, one
Yep.
that you're now flanking with Argyle and Brogan, and then the other that's now behind you, kind of almost flanking, I guess, with the one that's between you and Brogan.
Sure.
And yeah, Zari,
We
you
got a
are up.
party.
I will pull out my mace and attack with my mace.
Very nice.
And we're flanking, so it's
You
the
are
crit.
flanking with a crit. I love it. Minus 15 damage, and as you swing your mace, this bonks it on the nose.
And then I command Triple A to attack. So in order to get out of the way.
As Little Metal Doggy goes in a pack, attacks Big Wolf. What's the mod?
Plus my spell modifiers, so spell attack modifier, so +6, so 11.
It does not hit. Good try though.
Wait,
Advantage.
wait,
Roll it again.
Wouldn't AAA, I was gonna say, technically be flanking? So
Yeah, that hits.
Boom.
16. Cool. 1d8 plus 2 force damage.
Yeah. Go
Very
AAA.
nice. Minus 4 damage as AAA is now gnawing at the heel of this wolf. The last wolf goes to run over to you guys, and as the last wolf goes to run over to you guys, you start to see it all of a sudden go to run. Like those of you who would be able to look back to where the wolves had come from and already are attacking at the because as they ran to you, the other ones had ran into the camp. All of a sudden, you see this wolf get held in place, and it has a perplexed look on its face. And it's still about 70 feet away from you. Carl, you are up.
Okay. Carl is going to aim her gun to the wolf that is behind Slegnir,
Okay.
because it is behind me as well. And yeah, she's gonna try and shoot it.
Very nice. For 7 damage.
And I'm going to add a grit point to that.
Very
And
nice.
I'm going to make it a violent shot.
All right. And what does that do?
I will add it to. I'll post it up.
So violent
Basically
shot.
says,
Okay.
yeah.
You can go ahead and
When you make a firearms attack against a creature, you can extend 1 or more grit points to enhance the volatility of the attack. For each grit point expended, the attack gains +2 to the firearm's misfire score. If the attack hits, you can roll 1 additional weapon damage die per grit point spent with the determining of the damage.
Very nice. So you roll another d10.
Okay. Oh, I gotta move the initiative. D10.
Initiative or is
So
always
7, 8, 9, 10, 12 damage on this winter wolf.
Nice.
Woo!
And as you do 12 damage on it, you see the bullet flies in and it gets the hit. The one that had been near the one that had given the opportunity attack to Steve moves around to now go attack at. We have Brogan it could attack at, or Zari right now on the same horse. So odds is Brogan, evens is Brittany. Brogan,
What about
what's that? Yeah, it didn't attack at you.
Hammer down, big guy.
As the
Let's
bite
get
comes
weird.
out, 16 to hit,
Oh, it
Brogan.
hits. Oh, it hits.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Well, you're not my real dad, but I'll do it anyway.
15 piercing damage. And a crit strength saving throw.
I'm so strong.
Love
so
it.
strong. It's all them steroids.
And Brogan, it is your turn now after taking 15 damage.
All right, well, I'm feeling not that great after taking 15 damage. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm sad. So I will look at this wolf, and I will just let him know that nothing is stronger than family. And I'm gonna.
You see, my axe lights up when you say that.
Yeah, exactly. There's a nice little like SpongeBob like family, and I will burn another key key point to go down to 2, and I'm gonna go hard in the paint on flurry of blows. And we're going straight staff of kittens at this guy. 1, 2, 3.
With advantage, you're going 6, 7 damage. Well, you don't. I don't think. Do you have your hunter's markup, or no? I don't think
I
so.
would have, as a free action, I could have thrown it, but I didn't say that, so no, it wouldn't be fair for me to add it now.
Yeah, and I think it's a bonus to throw it, or is it your class that lets you throw it as a free?
It's a bonus action.
Yeah, gotcha. All good.
But, yeah.
6, 7, and 7. As you hit with all 3, and you see this one wolf drops to the ground immediately.
I'm like, yeah, family, kittens, get him. And then all the kittens just lay on him. They don't even do anything like mean
Yeah,
or menacing.
they're just
lay on
climbing.
him.
Like they're just climbing. Like it's just kittens playing.
I'm
like, yeah, Schrodinger's
They
love.
slowly start eating the wolf.
I'm like, yeah, Schrodinger's love. What do you got? And then I'll spend my last key point to do not my last, my 3 of 4 to drunken technique away from him. And after I flurry of blows, I will gain the benefit of disengage, and I will back away from all the other wolves and be like, yo, I ain't having that. This is straight cat dad.
Awesome. And you probably move 30 feet away?
20, but close enough.
Okay. And you're going to be on foot for this, so you would dismount Slegnir or
Argyle? Yeah. I'll do like a backflip off Argyle and just like land and be like, yo, straight cat dad. Because I'm cat
backflip off Argyle over Zari onto the ground.
Yeah, and then after I do the cat daddy, I totally do the move too, and I, do my thing, cat daddy.
Like a dad doing the twist. You're watching these kittens crawl all over this dead wolf. Zari, you're left on Argyle as he flips over you. We now have this wolf who is the one with Zari and will attack at Zari with a bite. 11 to hit as it misses. Nope. Steve.
All right, so I've got one behind us, right? That
Yep.
Carl attacked last turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. Can I reach it from where I am? Like I don't have to move Slegnir, right?
You can reach it. Yeah.
Okay. I am gonna mention family again as my axe lights up. I'm gonna do it unintelligibly, almost like I was Vin Diesel delivering a line in the Fast and Furious movies. And I'm going to choose to attack recklessly so that I have advantage.
Very nice.
Family.
I'm also going to use my bonus action to enter a frenzy. So here we go. Oh,
nice hit.
And I need to add my rage to that, which is 2 and a D12.
As this wolf is now going to watch the Fast and the Furious.
Oh, he's watching so much Fast and the Furious.
4, 5, 6, 17 damage on this wolf, as it is not looking that good.
All right, I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack again with frenzy. This bitch is gonna watch a double feature.
Very nice.
Hold on. I don't know if reckless attack is just the first attack.
Well, no, reckless is reckless gives you advantage on your first attack.
Yeah, I don't know if it does for the second, so a 9 probably isn't good.
No, but you're still flanking, big guy.
Yeah, we can
consider... Oh, I didn't think there was... Okay,
well,
right.
No, I mean, it's in between you and Zari, I would assume so, and AAA.
Yeah, this is between you. Yeah, this is the one between you guys. So, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, sure. You're flanking for 16 damage. That's awesome.
So, hold on. No, it's more, because he's watching the double feature, baby. So he's going to take all this.
He's so lucky to watch all of the
No, he's going to watch them all again. My man just watched, 18. He just watched 36 hours of Fast and the Furious movies. If he's still alive, he's a better wolf than I thought he was.
With ludicrous speed, you destroy this wolf. Tell me how it dies.
You hear like Japanese EDM coming out of his ears as he lands on the ground. Tire smoke rolling out of his mouth as the axe cleaves through him.
Love it. I wish there was subtitles to the song playing. I wish there was subtitles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Paul, like a visage of Paul Walker appears over his corpse.
Hologram, because that's how we do it.
Yeah.
Neon's in the background, and we're like, Neon, go away.
Yeah.
This Neon.
This winter wolf that is looking at all of you. This was the one that looked at you, or he ran up. He was the one who ran up to Steve. So Steve is going to get an attack.
Sure. Yep. And he has advantage because I use reckless.
Yeah, because it's a 13 to hit, which I don't think hits.
No, a 13, 100% hits, sir.
For 11 piercing, give me a strength saving throw and beat a 14, or be knocked prone.
I will do my best. Oh God!
Wow.
Oh.
You're knocked from the horse, Slegnir, fall to the ground, and are
In the
now
middle of
prone.
celebrating. I'm looking at the underneath of Slegnir as I fall to the ground, thinking he needs underneath neon lights. We're going to install those. Yeah, so I'm down on the ground. It's 11 piercing, which gets rounded because I have resistance to such things while I'm reckless.
Yes, that's true. So that's going to be 5 damage.
And you're raging too, right?
Yep.
So it's half.
Yeah, that's 5 you take. Very nice, as it doesn't do that much, but it does knock you off the back of Slegnir.
It certainly does.
It sounds like he wants to meet family.
I'm gonna look at the wolf and say he owns me a 10-second horse now.
Next up, Carl.
No.
Oh wait,
no,
Zari. Sorry, my bad. It was Zari. I'm getting way too clicky here. I've just been clicking way too hard.
You skipped me.
Never. It was a test and you passed, Zari.
Are any of them close enough for a melee attack?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. I'll hit with my mace again.
Very nice. As you with advantage, you crit again.
Cool.
11.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Bonus action, I'll command AAA to attack as well. So plus 6. So 8 plus 6 is 14.
That hits.
Oh, that does.
Yeah, you're killing it. As you're bonking. I'm picturing with this mace, and it's just like bonk him on the nose, like a newspaper kind of, but a mace.
So 10 force damage. He just goes in for the jugular.
And you see that this wolf is not in good shape. Is not looking good, as you are tearing through these wolves. As you look back towards where the wolves had come from, you can see 2 things happening. One, the village seems to be meeting this wolf attack with extreme force, handling it very well, a camp of fire giants. And 2, the wolf that was left behind, that was coming towards you and looked at you with this stunned face almost that it had been stopped, has now all of a sudden stopped, stares at you all, and falls to the ground dead.
Oh.
Don't like that.
Or hiding.
As Carl, you are up with this wolf near you all.
Okay. So Carl is the one that Steve killed. Was that the one that I shot or no?
Yeah.
Or was it the one in front of us?
No, the one there's the last one that's kind of in between you all. It's almost like a catty corner now. Like you're kind of on 2 sides of it because of how the flanking was before.
Okay. Well, Carl's gonna say, "Sun's out, guns out," and it's almost like a Sailor Moon transformation where like the suntan just comes over.
I hear squirt bottles going off of suntan lotion in the background. It's just the smell of coconut rum in my nose.
Yeah.
Love it. You're fully tan.
And she's gonna aim her gun at the wolf.
Beautiful. Pistol of repeating shot. Sun's out, guns up. And a -11. Very nice. And you get another?
Do I? That's the thing for sun's out, guns out, right? I gotta try again.
You get repeating shot. So it's you ignore loading and reload. You ignore loading and ammunition properties on this. It's literally endless bullets. It just creates endless bullets, and you never have to load it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I can. I'll action search to get another shot in.
Awesome. Yeah. You don't have advantage as the bullet slightly goes wide. But you definitely notice it is not looking good. It's probably 1 hit from death where it's at.
Okay.
And Brogan, you are up next.
You know what? Nothing's stronger than family.
The axe from the ground.
and I'll run up with a glowing axe underneath it with my key flowered blows, key fueled blows as my last key point, and I won't even use the quarterstaff of kittens. I will, as one of my free actions, tell my kittens, "Get him."
Very
And they will,
nice.
and they will run up and cuddle aggressively, and then I will punch this wolf in the face twice. Give
Looking,
it.
I mean, looking as never looked before.
Oh yeah.
And we are getting some hits on this. 20, 22, we got 6, and 12 damage.
Oh yeah.
And you see your damage basically knocks it slightly prone. It's literally its leg is broken, it's on the ground, it's whimpering, it's kind of snapping at you, but it is not completely dead. It is almost there.
I will tell my kittens to love it as hard as they can.
Love hard.
Get him, my little minions,
Just love hard.
and they will just lick him aggressively
Love
with
it.
love.
Steve, you are up as this thing is now prone.
All right, I'm gonna get up and brush myself off, obviously. But I'm right next to it, right?
Yeah,
Like
you
it
are
was right.
next to it. You can stand up and then just hack at it if you want with
Oh yeah,
advantage.
I'm not gonna say it's keyword because I've only got one charge of that left, and I don't know what is coming today. So I'm just gonna give it the old regular uncharged swing.
As Steve's going to
With
swing,
advantage.
I'm gonna be like, don't hit the cats.
24 with advantage for 14 damage.
Minus 14. As you do 14 damage, with all the ferocity of Michelle Rodriguez, you are
Yes.
able to slay this wolf as the jugular blood just flows out all over the snow.
And the kittens. The
And the
kittens are also.
kittens, of course, who are now rolling in it cutely. It's
Yes.
adorable.
I was gonna say the kittens are playing with it,
They're
like jumping in the
adorable
puddle
blood
of blood.
splattered kittens.
Yeah, and you can see Manicore just chasing the kittens around, kind of a thing. The baby Manicore, just Eugene, just chasing them around.
Eugene, yeah,
He
he's
wants to
jumping on the pile of blood too, and he's like rolling around in it.
he wants to eat them, and it's really cute. But you notice that they are on the ground. That all of the wolves that had attacked you are dead. The one that didn't attack you is now on the ground. And as you look, you see two figures walking towards you in this frozen tundra from the camp area from behind the wolf. One is a
Oh,
tall fire giant, and one is a small Gith Zerai. And as
Oh,
they
no.
walk up, you notice and recognize them completely. You hear a female voice say, "Oh, Carl, Zari, and guys, I thought that was you."
I'm going to say we've been looking for you everywhere.
I
Very. And
stuck,
can
I
I give a
stuck my
persuasion
toes
to
in the
see if
snow.
I'm believable?
Give a persuasion.
yeah, we took a walk. I think thank God.
And
Steve,
you hear all of a sudden Master Splinter, with your 23 persuasion, says, "Oh, well, you found us. Thank you for coming back. We're so happy to have you." And he
Oh,
runs over, and still wearing his cleaning apron that he was wearing the last time you saw him when he ran out of the house, grabs Zari's finger and says, "Oh, you've gotten married. I'm so excited for you." And that is where we end today.
You can see in credits, and Zari's just literally crying in a corner with the thing.
And
Wow.
I'm so happy.
that was wonderful. Well, thank you guys for today. That was so much fun. Thank you to all of our viewers and everyone who's taken part in this with us. Like, follow, subscribe, check us out on YouTube, on Spotify, and check us out on our Twitter. Again, if you want to repost our links on Twitter, we'll definitely give you some shout outs. We love to have supportive community with people who are awesome. Anything you guys want to throw in there?
hey, thanks for watching, everybody that does. We love that you guys are following along, giving us suggestions. We implemented one of them today, ended up being very, very funny. So we love it. Please keep it up.
Well, cheers.
Everything.
I thank our cast for the day. You guys rocked it. We're a lot of fun. And we'll see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch's Adventure Highway.